our previous lecture, we discussed the web service language formats. Now in today's lecture, we will discuss how to debug the web services. Means after developing the web services, how you can debug them. So first of all, we will discuss the various tools available for debugging the web services. First tool is FIDDLER. Now what FIDDLER is? When debugging web services, it is important to have the capability to see the raw requests and responses. Means while we are developing the web services, after developing it, we have to debug it. Then it is very important to have the capability. Means the web service must have the capability to see the raw requests and responses. FIDDLER is a necessary tool that is used to debug the web services on the Windows platform. It is a free open source tool to debug web services. You can install and download it from www.fiddler2.com. It shows the raw HTTP traffic for the Windows system on which it is running. Means if it is running on Windows Phone, then it will show the raw HTTP traffic for that, or if it is running on the Windows system, it will show the HTTP traffic for that. This means the tool will show the raw HTTP service request and HTTP response if the system running FIDDLER. Unfortunately, when developing mobile applications, FIDDLER will not be able to show the HTTP traffic because it is coming from an external device. FIDDLER has another feature that is called as Composer. It allows the creation and execution of raw HTTP request. The Composer feature enables the testing and debugging of services. The two most important features of using FIDDLER to debug the web services are filters and Composer. Composer we already discussed in the previous slide. Now when FIDDLER is running, it captures all the HTTP traffic that is running on the machine. This is typically too much data which obscures the web calls that are important. FIDDLER has the concept of filter. Means FIDDLER uses the concept of filters that enables the user to hide HTTP traffic that is unimportant. It saves the time of the FIDDLER to detect the raw HTTP traffic. Second is Composer. It enables putting together the exact HTTP requests that are to be executed. This is useful for understanding why a web service call isn't working, especially requests that use HTTP except headers, because those requests cannot be executed by a default web browser. The second tool is to debug the web service WIRESHARK and Mac HTTP client. Now it is used to debug web applications that are developed on the Macintosh platform. It is a tool that is used to debug the web applications that are designed using Mac platform. Unfortunately, it does not capture traffic like FIDDLER. This means WIRESHARK does not capture traffic like HTTP request as the FIDDLER does. It can be downloaded from www.wireshark.org. It is a free open source debugging tool that is much more advanced than FIDDLER. WIRESHARK is an advanced packet analysis tool. Means WIRESHARK is basically used where the packet analysis is to be done. It is used for HTTP traffic analysis and for other network traffic such as debugging IP phones. Now there are various other web service techniques also available to debug the web service applications. First is WebSockets. Now what are WebSockets? These techniques are not required for consumable web services, but they can help the system and service run efficiently. Now by using WebSockets as a web server, it is able to deliver new data to the client without the client having to ask for the new information. It means that it allows the user to enter the new data without asking for the new information. WebSockets are an emerging technology that all browsers do not support. It means WebSockets are not supported by all the browsers. As support becomes more mainstream, web applications for things like email, weather, traffic information, and so on will benefit from the ability for servers to notify clients when there is more current information. Second advanced technique is web service callback. Now what web service callback do? Sometimes a web service needs to call another web service after it is finished. For example, if a web service is exposed that deliver faxes, the fax will take a long time to send. So when submitting the fax request, the calling service should make the request and then disconnect instead of waiting for the result. However, the calling service eventually needs to know the result of the fax. To enable this web service, callbacks are used. Now what we discussed in this session we discussed how to debug the web services using FIDDLER and WIRESHARK tool. In the next session we will discuss the steps to create web services using .NET framework. Thanks for watching this video.